everybody, welcome back to another Getaway with the Crawfords. We're finally here. Where's here? Anaheim, California, more importantly, Disneyland. This is our first ever trip to Disneyland. We took off from our new home airport of Nashville, Tennessee, had a wonderful flight up front on United. It's nice to see United improving their first class product. Got here and it was cold and rainy, and we're like, where's beautiful sunny California? But the sun has finally arrived. It's a beautiful day. We're going to go explore Disneyland for the first time ever. We're going to go do California Adventure for the first time ever. We are here at the Hyatt Regency, a Disney Good Neighbor Hotel. We are not on Disney property because we were not paying those Disneyland prices. So it's been nice. Booked everything through the Disneyland hotel website, app, or whatever you want to call it. Anyways, online through Disney. No problems checking in, nothing like that. After we're done here, we're doing another bucket list item. We are taking Amtrak, the Southwest Chief, from LA all the way back to Chicago. First time for us doing that as well. So see through that we like it, love it, hate it. I don't know. Be interesting to report back on. We do have a room on that, but that'll be a whole separate video. But anyways, let's get rolling. Let's go explore Disneyland and see if it's as magical as Orlando, Disney World. All right. Here's our king bedroom at the Hyatt that we stayed at. Nice room, fine furnishings, no complaints at all. Okay, so we got our first impressions here in Disneyland, the original Disneyland, first time here. One, the castle's very small. Got some live music over here. But it doesn't seem as magical, I gotta be honest. Here's what $40 will get you for lunch. We did appreciate some of the different rides that they did have at Disneyland that they don't have at Disney World. Like this one, the Finding Nemo ride, where you board a submarine and, go under the water a little bit. It was a tight fit in the sub. You get your own little porthole to look out of. It was still fun and just something different that you don't get in Florida.
We can see evidence of such geothermal forces constantly at work. You can tell by our surroundings that they can make some pretty dramatic changes to the landscape.
After we got off Nemo, we decided to jump on the original monorail. Not a bad little trip around the property. If you're looking for a ride that will beat you up, try the Matterhorn bobsleds. Whoa, what a ride. Hey, we got an Aladdin sighting. One thing we enjoyed about this park was how the characters just seemed to stroll around on their own. No meet and greets. Next, we went over to It's a Small World. It was pretty neat the way they load the boats outside and start the ride outside, and you go into the show building. Everyone sing along. I know you all know the words. Another ride that we happened to really enjoy was the Alice in Wonderland ride. It was just fun and colorful, and we both got a good little kick out of it.
We then rode the classic Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, then went over to Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, as well as the Pinocchio ride. All good, fun, classic rides that, were enjoyable and didn't have terrible waits either. This is Davy Crockett's Canoes. I cannot believe this is still a thing and still a ride. People actually did wait in line to do this. You get in the canoe, as you see here, and you get instructions on how to paddle, and they paddle around the river there at Disneyland, and the guides seem fun and funny, but still can't believe this is actually a thing that people stand in line to do. Everybody loves a parade. Here's Mickey pointing at us, waving at us. Oh, look at Goofy, my best pal, waving at me as well. We then got Mickey's ice cream bars, and let me tell you, the cast member said, "Be careful with these, they're really frozen." He wasn't kidding. You could have drove a nail with how hard this ice cream bar was. It took us forever to eat these things, but boy, they sure were good. Here's my favorite plant, the hibiscus. Right next to it is the lobiscus. We felt that this Pirates of the Caribbean ride was better than the one in Walt Disney World down in Orlando. We then had dinner at Cafe Orleans. The food was decent, but nothing that we'd be running back for. We definitely felt like the food down in Orlando was better than out in California. The Haunted Mansion has been changed over and rethemed for the Nightmare Before Christmas for Halloween. This was something else to see. Now, I've personally never seen this movie, but wow, the amount of work that went into retheming the Haunted Mansion ride was something. I mean, just absolutely crazy the amount of stuff they do and put into this compared to the original ride. We enjoyed it and liked it. We did kind of miss the old ride, but this was pretty neat to see nonetheless. We ran over to Toontown to close the night, got on Mickey's Runaway Railway, and then Roger Rabbit's Cartoon Spin. Both fun rides. Even though on our Ferris wheel ride we did get gypped because they didn't give us one full rotation without stopping, they stopped a bunch. This ride is amazing. Get a swinging car. So much fun. So much fun. Not boring at all. Hey, there's Mr. Incredible. There's an actual Boudin bakery inside California Adventure. Fresh sourdough bread daily. Delicious. These next few photos are all from Cars Land. Boy, Disney did a phenomenal job here. It made you feel like you were in Radiator Springs. We absolutely loved Cars Land. Like the theming, the everything about this part of the park was phenomenal, top notch, a lot of fun, just a lot of great picture opportunities. The rides were great. Just nothing but positive things to say about Cars Land in the Radiator Springs area of California Adventure. Lots and lots of fun. We then had dinner at Wine Country Troya. I must say this Dinner was phenomenal, much better than Cafe Orleans we had the previous night. My salmon was awesome and perfect. We, of course, had to have a go at Toy Story and Midway Mania. Steph almost got me on this one, but I edged her out at the end.
Alright, so here we are at California Adventure, right? Right. Yeah, that's correct. Okay, so thoughts on this park, I guess, are it's cool, it's fun. I actually prefer California Adventure over the original Disneyland that we were at yesterday. So these are just initial thoughts. We still have 2 more days, 1 more in each park. But so far, I definitely prefer this park. The rides are better. It just seems like it's more Disney themed, and I just enjoy myself here a lot more. Go ahead.
Yeah, this definitely feels more familiar, like more of the Disney bubble that we're used to. I really like the Incredicoaster. It's been my favorite ride of this trip so far.
And every theme park should have a Ferris wheel that the cars move on, because it's amazing. Like, absolutely amazing. Okay.
No, it's terrifying.
No, it was fun. Except for that poor little boy. That poor little boy. Oh, cried the whole time.
That makes it sound like the boy who died.
But he just cried.
He just cried.
He
That's
cried.
all.
Yeah, he didn't die.
He was just terrified.
Terrified. Absolutely terrified. He can't get off. Okay, we'll check it later.
We're now going to show you some pictures of Cars Land and Pixar Pier lit up at night. The lights were just so beautiful, and once again the theming and everything was just amazing and awesome, and it just looks so beautiful at night. And so just enjoy these slides of some of the beautiful lights of Cars Land and Pixar Pier as we closed out the night at California Adventure.
Hey, okay, so we just got back from Disney's California Adventure, and wow, what a great park. That was mind-blowing, awesome. It's late, we're tired, our feet hurt, but wow, what a redeeming day, I guess is what I'd say. The rides were great, just a lot of fun. Like, that was, when I talk about Disney, that's kind of what we talk about, I guess what Steph talks about too. Boy, it made us feel like we were in Disney, and what a great job with the theming and the different parts of the park, and the rides were amazing, and just, yeah, 2 thumbs way up. We both enjoyed Disney's California Adventure. You did too, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. At least I can hear your voice. All right, yeah, so more tomorrow.
We started our day off at Disneyland with a ride on the Disneyland Railway. Queen of Hearts was out signing autographs early in the morning. We then decided to take a ride on the sailing ship Columbia.
Stand by the bow line, port side. Let's throw the bow anchor. Let go the cage. Crew, it's been a pleasure serving you aboard the sailing ship Columbia, the first ship to carry the stars and stripes round the world. You've been a fine crew.
We then caught Pocahontas out walking the park, and oddly enough, nobody was bothering her. Here's a quick video of Star Wars Land. We didn't ride anything over here either because the wait was too long or the rides were broken down. Take your pick. Either long wait or broken down rides. Seemed to be either or. While waiting in line for Peter Pan, we saw Mary Poppins walking by. That was a nice surprise. Making our way over to the Disneyland Hotel for dinner at Goofy's Kitchen. It was quite an experience. The check-in process was organized chaos, as you can see in this video, and really had poor flow. A lot of people not knowing what's going on, a lot of people wanting to get their picture taken with Goofy before they sat down, and it was just a mess. Here you can see a video quickly of some of the food offerings they had. It's just your basic staples, basically, for a buffet that you have like at Chef Mickey's or other places. Lots of dessert, pizzas. They had salads, roast, chicken, macaroni and cheese, ice cream. They had like a turkey pot pie, french fries. You know, a bunch of good stuff for adults as well as kids who can be picky eaters. So it was pretty good. And now you'll see some pictures of us with the characters to close out our time here at Goofy's Kitchen. Of course, we popped in the World of Disney to get some shopping done. A 10-minute wait for Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout? Yes, please. That was a no-brainer to get on this ride. What an amazing, fun ride. Here, Rocket meets you in the pre-show room to break down what's going to happen, and we have a short video of that, of him explaining how the ride's going to go and how you're going to help break out the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Way to the big old generator control room. I'm gonna blast that thing and destroy all the control system, which will open up every cage in this freak show and free my friends. Our buddy Mantis is in the getaway ship waiting for my signal, and then we'll be on our merry way. But this plan won't work unless you help. I don't.
At around 2 p.m., they switched Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout over to After Dark, a Halloween, thrilling, awesome ride that's just as good as Mission Breakout. Here's another short video of Rocket explaining what's going to happen.
What are you guys doing? Tour's over. The cages are open and the creatures are loose. You gotta get out of here. Wait. Don't get out of here. I can use a hand. My little pal is lost the fortress somewhere, and I need to find him before he gets ate. I found this tiny little heat signature, see? All those other heat signatures are, well, don't worry about that. Listen up. You guys can be a big help while I look for my pal. You can't do this for a warm.
We then did some of the fun rides, like the Honkin' Halloween spin ride, and we also decided to go over and jump on the Golden Zephyr. Enjoy a quick ride on that. We then decided to take a ride on the streetcar. You wouldn't believe how many people do not get out of the way of a moving streetcar. So they had to put an employee in front of the car to yell at people to get out of the way. It was something to see. Our last ride of the night was on the Radiator Springs Racers. Here's some video from that.
You mean?
You need to look fast. Good job. Ramon!
Shiny paint don't win a race. Now get out there and do us proud.
Alright, hey guys, we're wrapping up our time here at Disney's California Adventure out here in Anaheim, California. Great park. We love this park. This park's phenomenal. We wish this park was in Orlando, to be honest with you. Lots of positives here. Spider-Man Web Slinger is amazing. It's such a cool interactive ride. We also love the Guardians of the Galaxy update to the old Hollywood Tower Terror. That's a fun ride. We did both versions on that, and it was great as well. The Incredicoaster is so much fun. Like, I'm going to keep using fun over and over. This park is phenomenal. Some of the cons that we had seemed like the rides kind of broke down a lot today. I don't know if it's the heat or what, but quite a few breakdowns. The cast members are not as nice as what they are in Disney in Orlando. They're rude, a little rude, I would say. Let's see here. They do a better job, though, of mixing fast lane, lightning lane riders in with standby. Like, they're really fair on that, and that's something that you don't see in Orlando too much. So that was a positive. But no, 2 thumbs big up for California Adventure. We had a great time here. Looking forward to coming back someday. We do miss our Orlando Disney though. But next is Amtrak, Southwest Chief. Tomorrow we board. The old Train of the Stars is what it's called. And yeah, look forward for that video too.
Yeah. So as we look around here while we leave the park, I really like this is that's a tree, but where'd Guardians of the Galaxy go? But anyway, it had 2 different ones. It did Monsters After Dark, and then it had Guardians before. They're both really great. It's just a longer ride than in Orlando, I feel like. And then I had to ride this terrifying Ferris wheel that spun.
The Ferris wheel, so
like
good.
it swayed as you're going around, and that was terrifying. Also, what was that one that was scary? Goofy's Sky School. I felt like I was going to die.
The Sky Coaster, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, those are just some of my thoughts.
The park's closing down. We have about 10 minutes till the park closes. So we're going to grab some candy real quick for the train tomorrow and
try to make our bus.
Yeah, try to make our bus back to the hotel.
Alright, bye again.
Bye.
So now we're staying at this good neighbor Disneyland Resort Hotel, the Hyatt. We did have to buy a Disney shuttle pass. That is $6 per day per person, and you can come and go as many times as you want. So it is $48. We did look at Uber and Lyft, and they seem to be anywhere from $8 to $12 one way to get you from here to there. So I mean, it's still a good deal. I mean, I wish it was free as part of the package, but oh well, it's not horrible. Nothing too bad. And the shuttles are quick, the drivers are friendly, and no issues at all with the shuttle. Plenty of room, all that good stuff. So just a heads up, if you do come out to Disneyland and stay at the Hyatt, you will be expected to pay a shuttle fee if you're going to use it.
After checking out of our hotel, we ran down to downtown Disney one more time just to grab some lunch and check out some of the stores before we had to make our way to Union Station.
Alright, hey everybody, we just finished up here at downtown Disney. It's much smaller. Can't really kill. You can kill a couple hours here at the smaller World of Disney store, and they have like a Splitsville and a couple restaurants. But it's definitely not like Disney Springs at all. Much smaller scale on things here. Kind of depressing, disappointing, I guess. It's tiny. Can't kill much time.
Yeah, not a lot to do here. No live music yet or anything like that.
Yeah, it's not as lively. It's kind of just, I don't know. It's a different feeling.
Just small.
Just small. Yeah, small.
We're getting ready to head on the bus and get ready for our train.
Yeah, get ready for the train. Head back, catch the shuttle, and then head to Union Station. All right.
What are you still doing here? This video's over. We ended it. What? Staff, they're still here. Well, come on back in. Well, I guess we'll just wrap this up again and tell you what we liked, didn't like. I guess Disneyland. I don't know. Let's just do it real quick. Why not? Let's do it. All right. Pros, cons. How do we want to start this?
Yeah, let's start with some cons.
Cons, sure. Okay. So we are Disney World lovers, as everybody knows. This is our first time to Disneyland. It is much, much smaller. Did not feel as magical as like compared to Disney World. It didn't feel as magical. Like when you get off the bus at Disney, and you're in the bubble, you know, you got the music playing. It just feels, I don't know. It just feels nice. It feels like you're in the Disney bubble. Everyone's happy to be there. I didn't get that at Disneyland. Once we got inside, like say Disneyland Park, you could hear the music and things kind of change. But leading up to that, it was just pretty bland and blah. I also thought the cast members maybe were not as friendly as Disney World. At Disney World, you get, you know, that'd be my pleasure or not a problem at all, or I'd love to help you with that. Here, you didn't get that. And some of the cast members, for example, we were broke down on cars, and they had to come let everybody out of the ride vehicles because it was broke pretty good. And there was a guy in front of us in his car, and he was asking to be let out. And the lady told him no, he would have to wait for a cast member. And the guy said something to her, and she said, "Sucks to be you," and walked away. And that's not Disney at all. And that was like shocking and not really the spirit you're looking for, especially on a broke down ride when it's hot out. And then in that same instance, when they let us out of the cars, there were people behind us that had their phones out. And the guy turned around and snapped and said, "Put your phones away. No videos, no pictures, nothing. Phones in pockets." And like, it was just like, I mean, there's no reason to yell at people, I guess. But, you know.
They do have rules and they have to follow them, but.
I mean, there's ways to go around it, yeah. You know, or say, please put your phone away. I don't know.
I've never seen that cast member, like, roll their eyes as much as I did.
Yeah.
There. I've never seen that, like, once. I understand people have bad days. So maybe it was just a bad day, but.
Possible, I guess. And then the rides seem to break down a lot more on us on this trip, and in both parks, actually. I don't know if we've had bad luck or if it was just the heat or I don't know, but there was a lot of time when these rides said temporary closure or we were waiting in line for rides and they'd say, unfortunately, it's broken down and we don't know when it'll be back up. So that was kind of frustrating too. What else do I got for cons?
I think one thing that we found is we haven't been to the parks where we've had to use the new Genie Plus system.
It's true.
And we didn't really need to the first couple of days since we had 4 days of park tickets. We could kind of split it up, and we didn't have to wait that long. The wait times weren't too long.
No.
But we did end up buying just a Lightning Lane, just one single individual pass for the Cars ride because it was always like a 2-hour wait or more.
Correct.
So we did end up buying that. But if you are somebody who's maybe trying to do it in 1 day or 2 days and you don't have that extra time, I think it would be more worth it to buy the Genie Plus because you get some Lightning Lanes included. We don't really know the ins and outs of how it works, but just know that you could buy just one individual Lightning Lane pass too, like we did.
Correct. And then with that, one reason too why we didn't need the Genie Plus and the Lightning Lanes was because they do a phenomenal job of merging the Lightning Lane and the standby lane. There was only one time where we were in line out Pirates of the Caribbean,
Yeah.
and there was nobody coming in the lightning lane line, and the guy would not let the standbys through. And we're the next two, and he's like, "Let's be a little bit longer." And he's kind of actively looking, hoping that there's going to be lightning lane people coming. And we're just like, "What?" We stood there for probably 10 minutes before he finally said, "Okay, two in your party, go ahead and go." And like there was a huge gap in the line. That was about the only time. All the other times, they'd be like 10, 15, 20 lightning lanes, 10, 15, 20 standbys. And they just kept merging them. And boy, that works. I don't understand why like Disney World seems to have a problem with that. But
Which, speaking of Pirates of the Caribbean, that was probably one of my favorite rides at Disneyland. That was different than at Disney World, just because it has a little thrill in there. You get maybe a little wet, and then it also is like a longer ride.
yeah,
So,
no, it was cool, actually. It was a cool setting. Everything about it was neat. I also appreciated the Indiana Jones ride. That's something totally different that you don't get at the World. What else? The Alice in Wonderland, right? Alice in Wonderland. That was fun,
ride.
colorful, yeah. I mean, I know I touched on it in the video earlier, but that was a good ride as well. The Matterhorn, that roller coaster, while it's a classic and it was fun, it will beat you up. Holy smokes, that thing's rough. What else we got from Disneyland? Anything good? I mean,
remember?
yeah, it's just much smaller. I mean, really, if you're dedicated and you get there when the park opens, you can do it in a day.
You just
Easily.
walk right out of one ride and you're at another one.
And another. It's so compact.
That's nice, actually.
Yeah, it was like because normally we're used to 30,000 steps at Disney World a day, and here we were what 15,000? Yeah, it was half the steps. Crazy. But so I guess now we'll move on to California Adventure. I'm excited about this park because I love this park. I really, really wish they had something like this in Orlando. The Spider-Man Web Slingers ride. I'm going to start doing this workout at home, this 2 minutes a day. I'm just going to go like this, and you feel it. You sit in the ride, what do you call it, the cab or the vehicle? The ride vehicle, there we go. It's 3D. You put your glasses on, and you're trying to shoot these spiders that have morphed, and you're trying to basically get control of the spider problem. And you just take it, and it's like shooting webs. And the technology is amazing, but you got to do it fast. And by the end of the ride, your arms are killing you. I love that. Love the Ferris wheel. I know I already talked about that earlier.
It was just better on the theming. It felt a lot more like what you're used to at Disney World, California Adventure. I don't know if it's because it's newer.
Yeah.
But yeah, like they have like the Pixar Pier, which is just really nice, and you just feel like you're going into like the different lands, like with the Star Wars is there too, right?
No. That's,
okay, never mind.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember which places.
No, Cars Land.
Cars Land, that's really neat. And it kind of feels like Hollywood Studios. But,
correct.
So it kind of has that feel to it. So that was kind of nice. I felt really comfortable there. Like,
yeah, no,
that was
like that put me into that was like a redeeming park. Like when we left Disneyland, I was like, this ain't as magical. This isn't as nice. I miss Disney World. Then we went to California Adventure, and wow, they got it right. That park is fun. The theming is amazing. The colors, every little detail is perfect in California Adventure. I loved it. And we've already talked and said if we go back to Cali for any reason, we'd be willing to fly in a day early just to go to California Adventure. I mean, Disneyland, we could probably do without, but...
overall, I just didn't feel like Disneyland was as immersive as when we go to Disney World. And granted, we didn't stay on property at like the resorts there, so maybe it would feel different if we did. But I just felt like the restaurants weren't like as themed or as cool. There's no like sci-fi or what's that space one called?
Space 220?
Space 220 or like the
50s prime time.
Like they kind of have like themes, and we did go to Goofy's.
No Hoop-de-Doo review.
Yeah. We did go to Goofy's Kitchen, whatever. And so that was kind of nice because it was a character dining. But overall, I just felt like you're missing that feel of like kind of when you first get to the airport and when they used to have the Magical Express. And then you just get on the Magical Express and it's just all Disney and you're at your resort. And it just didn't feel like that. It just felt like you were leaving a hotel to go to
an amusement park
for a day, and then you came home.
Yeah.
So, but it was good. The parts of it that were done well were done well.
Yeah. No. But yeah, I mean, we'd go back to California Adventure. I could skip Disneyland unless something cool opened there that I had to go see, but
Yeah, we walked through Star Wars Land, but we didn't ride anything because it was broken between broken and really long lines. That was the one that had over a 2-hour wait. Everything else was pretty decent. But yeah, I think, does that cover it all?
Yeah.
I think that about covers it all. All right, so this will officially end this video. We'll be right back shortly with our Amtrak Southwest Chief video and explain that and what we liked and did not like about Amtrak and that whole ride. And yeah, so thanks for checking in. Like, subscribe, comments, good comments. Is that it?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, we got nothing else. All right. So that wraps up another Getaway with the Crawfords. Thanks so much for tuning in.